tonight. Our next bout, it's a Muay Thai bout. Featherweight division, it's Trip Hallman versus Carson Heidle as we continue on here at Aries Fight Series 4 at the world-famous Cotton Eye Joe in Knoxville. Let's go to the cage and our man, Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is sponsored by KGO Nutrition. Keep going official. Head over to the KGO table right by the ticket booth. This next bout is in the featherweight division. It's contested under the rules of Muay Thai kickboxing and is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 146.6 pounds. He's making his Muay Thai debut here tonight. He's an independent fighter out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Trip Hallman.
Trip Hallman, his first out debut in Muay Thai. It's in the featherweight division. This bout presented by KJO Nutrition. Trip Hallman, an independent fighter out of Knoxville, Tennessee. The 38-year-old Hallman, 5'10", worked with Larry Bostic, Caleb Holt, Jared King. He's done MMA, 3-2 as an MMA fighter, but first time seeing him in Muay Thai. Take a look at the tail of the tape with his opponent, Carson Heidle, who is 16 years younger than Trip Hallman. Hallman 3 inches taller, and then you see the weight difference for this 145-pound bout. Hallman just a little bit over, Heidle 3 pounds under. Heidle does have at least one experience in the cage under his belt, and that was a loss in his first bout. But Trip Hallman, Carson Heidle, Taurus, quick thoughts on this featherweight Muay Thai bout?
Well, Trip, man, you know, like I said, we was here when we called this last matchup against Dustin Garrett. And, man,
yep.
You know, he had a good showing. I mean, that fight went to the ground. But the beauty of this fight is it never goes to the ground unless you get knocked there. And Trip Hallman gets the opportunity to show off his striking and show off his striking only. And I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. I think he's more of a stand-up guy anyway. But it'll be good to see him go against a guy. And Carson Heidle, I'm excited to see what he brings.
Carson Heidle, mentioned much younger, out of that Resolute Martial Arts and Fitness Camp in Oak Ridge. Worked with Cody Jordan, which is not a bad partner to work with. Back to Jeff.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. He weighed in at 142 pounds. He has a record of 0 wins with 1 loss. He's representing Resolute Martial Arts out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Give it up for Carson Heidle.
So here comes Carson Heidle. His bout was a fight against DeAndre Hill, and it was a very interesting fight. He actually picked up steam as the fight went on, and afterwards he had a great reaction. He was asking around, how do I get better? What did I do? How can I improve? So even though it was a loss in his first Muay Thai bout, he put in the work, and he is hoping to show that jump from fight 1 to fight 2. Torres, in your experience, how much of a jump can a fighter make, whether it's Muay Thai, MMA, or whatever, from the first time out to the second time out?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people on the regional scenes that currently been trying to find the best way to go about an MMA career or a Muay Thai career. You know, most people when they do MMA, they think about, okay, let's start them out sometimes with some jiu-jitsu tournaments. Let's start them out if they can wrestle, and then if they're still in high school or college, let them wrestling matches, some stuff like that. Let's start them out in a Muay Thai bout so they can become accustomed to getting kicked and punched in the face in front of a live audience. Sometimes this is what you need first before you take an MMA bout. And then I think once you're accustomed to getting punched in the face and stuff like this right here inside of a cage in front of people, MMA will become much easier to do.
All right, Carson is in the cage. Trip Hallman is in the long gray trunks. Carson Heidle in the short black trunks. This bout presented by KJO Nutrition. It's a featherweight Muay Thai bout, 3 2-minute rounds. Caleb Miller, our referee. here at Aries Fight Series 4. The world-famous Cotton Eye Joe. I'm Vince Ferrara, Torres Finney, Samantha Buttery, your broadcast crew, cage side. Caleb Miller says, fight.
Oh,
big
my
shot.
goodness. What, man. Well, y'all want to start it off like that. Woo.
Yeah, and Heidle's,
Carson coming running.
Carson's gloves both touch the deck.
Yeah, I think more of a slip. But,
Yeah.
But when you saw that shot, man, a lot of body shots early on for both of these guys.
Yeah.
In the clinch. There you go. Caleb Miller broke him up. Oh, teep straight to a right there from Tripp. Another good teep there from Carson. Another good leg kick.
Well, Heidle was put together, man.
Yeah, he looks solid, man. He looks solid.
This is Muay Thai 3 2-minute rounds. No headgear. Both with the shin guard.
Oh,
man.
you can't do that. You can't turn your
Oh,
back.
man.
Oh,
Oh,
my. Oh. He's turning his back. He's turning his back. He's turning his back.
Good
Oh.
from Carson.
I think he's
Oh,
out.
I think he's out. I think
Yes.
he's stumbled. I think he's.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Got to get your hands up, Tripp. Carson is putting the onslaught on him.
Putting a lot of body
You
shots
gotta
to
stop
the
him.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to give him a count. Man, his eyes look closed when he was taking some
I
of that
100% agree
punishment.
with you. Yeah, I saw that as well. He might not make this count.
All right, they're going to let him continue.
Good jab there, stay off from Tripp. All right, the thing with Tripp, he got to stop throwing a lot of these looping. Good left
God.
hook there from Tripp. Good left hook. Now he hurt Carson. Oh!
Right hook from Tripp.
Oh!
Jabs.
Now Tripp in the onside on Carson. Oh!
Oh, now he turns his back to him again.
You can't turn your back.
Oh, man.
And that's get the fight
Yeah.
stopped. Oh,
And it's
man.
over.
That's a good fight. That was a good little first round. That was back and forth, man.
A lot of action, but that's a sign of being out of
Yes.
it, right? When you're
Yes.
turning your back to your opponent like that.
Yes, when you turn your back to your opponent, man, you're giving bad signs, and the referee have no choice but to stop. Because when you start fleeing, that means you're hurt and you're doing what you need to do to try to get away from it, and you're not fighting anymore.
And you got to intelligently defend yourself, and that is not included in that. All right,
No,
take
it
us
is
through
not.
this replay.
Man, that left hook there, man, it caught Carson and had Carson on his back foot. But I think, like as I was saying, you know, Tripp needed to stop throwing a lot of those looping punches. So many. He connected there, but I think with one of these looping punches, it allowed him to get caught himself in that exchange, and Carson took advantage of it.
I mean, we kind of thought that Tripp Hallman might be out there, but then he rallied back and he landed on Carson and put him in some trouble.
Yeah.
It was about 3 good shots there
It was.
from Tripp.
All right, let's make this official. We go to the cage. Here's Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 55 seconds of the first round. Your winner by TKO, out of the red corner, Carson Heidle.
Carson Heidle came out, just rocketed out of the gate, charging in on Hallman. He got caught early.